What I'm first going to talk about is, the lay of the land in addition to pain, because it's really important to know there's this symptom cluster that's identified in the literature and it's relevant clinically. And most women do experience more than one symptom through the menopausal transition. And symptom clusters first started being studied in the oncology literature, and it's now been applied for about 15 years or so in the menopause literature. And a symptom cluster is what we know. It's our bread and butter, right? We're always looking at the whole person to figure out their TCM or acupuncture differential diagnosis. And it's defined in the literature as 3 or more concurrent symptoms that might or might not have shared etiology. So we see hot flashes, sleep, pain, mood, cognitive concerns, all in this bundle of a symptom cluster. Here in the United States, about 75% of women have vasomotor symptoms, so hot flashes, night sweats. Only recently have I seen a couple studies of palpitations trying to get a sense of the prevalence, and of course that's something we're very adept at intervening on. Migraines also occur. About 60% of women will experience urogenital symptoms. This is miserable. Women can have vaginal dryness, there can be atrophy, both of the vaginal tissues, the urethra, sexual dysfunction, including painful intercourse. And about 45% of women will have psychogenic symptoms. So they feel off kilter. I just conducted a case study, no, it was a group interview with 10 midlife women, diverse in terms of race and ethnicity. And the majority of them said, Lisa, I just feel like I'm going crazy. My clinicians don't know what's going on with me. My friends don't know what's going on with me. I'm tired, I'm moody, and this and that. And it's really very quite common. We'll see this in our patients, and we see it in the literature as well. So again, the psychogenic symptoms: anger, anxiety, depression, sleep disturbance, and a loss of self-esteem or confidence. And just like Claudia was talking about, I think one of the key things to know about women going through the menopausal transition is that there can be this lack of confidence. And so when you can teach your patients how to take care of themselves with acupressure, with good sleep hygiene, and so forth, it's a real help. So interestingly, in the UK, Countess Sophie has come out into the public and with this Twitter post saying, my goodness, the menopausal transition is a real problem, and not only speaking in terms of symptoms, but it's affecting women's ability to work. And the data are pretty stunning. Last year, 1 million women quit work in the UK due to perimenopausal symptom interference with work duties. It's such a problem that it's on the business agenda and the insurance agenda in the UK, where 2021 guidelines put up by Bupa and International Health Insurance Group said menopause needs to be at the top of the business agenda in the UK. Women are leaving in droves. And that's not only the case in the UK, but there's a lot more traction. It's in the media. Here in the US, it's just kind of under wraps, it seems. I'm hoping to change that, by the way. So menopausal transitions, again, they're a pain, they're bothersome. They do, as I just mentioned, affect productivity. There can be increases in disability, worsening quality of life. And this will affect over 1 billion women in the next decade. So it's not just a few women. Again, 70% or so will have symptoms, and they can last on average for 7 years. It's not a short-term situation. So some more terminology that I want to define to make sure that we're all on the same page is that there are some important terms, actually similar to what Claudia was talking about with the perinatal care. We have perimenopausal time that we talk about. Premenopause, before all this starts up, and the menopausal transition is another key term. So what we tend to think about is menopause itself. It's this line in the sand where we have the final menstrual period. But there's much more to this time of life, and I'm going to go through some of those details. So that final menstrual period, we can only define that with 12 months where we can look back and say no more periods have happened. It is, of course, a normal physiological event, and the average age here in the US, and it's pretty consistent worldwide, is around 51 years of age. Again, that's the final menstrual period where a woman is menopausal.